Welcome to day 3 of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy U-13-14 showcase as the Sacramento Republic is getting set to face off against NYCFC. I'm your host, Mark Serban. It's a pleasure to be with you as both teams are in their final huddle. Sacramento Republic in their all-white kits breakout will be attacking to your right, but it's NYCFC in their all blue, dark blue with light blue trim, who will have the kickoff and are attacking to the left across your screen. Both teams won their first game in this showcase. NYCFC beating the San Jose Earthquakes 2-1. Well, Sacramento Republic beat Crew Academy Wolves 3-1. And then each team had the day off yesterday. So fresh legs here getting ready to take off in the heat of Frisco, Texas as we're underway. And it's NYCFC going direct early on. And a goal kick for Sacramento Republic. So we'd like to wish a warm welcome to everybody tuning in from the California capital, as well as the 5 boroughs and the metro tri-state area, and wherever you may be here on USSoccerDA.com and US Soccer's YouTube page. Sacramento Republic and NYCFC, both two relatively new teams at all levels, but have already done so much. Sacramento Republic, in their first year in the USL, won the title and have been contenders ever since and have bought in their academy as well. And in just a few short years, already have all their teams here at the showcase, and then all their older teams are in the playoffs as well. So it shows the great work being done in Sacramento at all levels as they push for a spot in Major League Soccer. Well, NYCFC in Major League Soccer as these players look to make their way up the ranks through the 13-14s, 15-16s, 17-18s, and eventually the MLS team. Space inside to run. Kim. Out wide, but the offside flag is up. So it was Razizi coming back from an offside position to receive that ball. So it'll be a free kick for Sacramento Republic, taking it quickly. One thing we've seen in this U-13-14 showcase from many of the teams here is a real desire to build out of the back. A real focus. And it's been excellent to see. 92 of the 96 academy teams represented here in Frisco, Texas. It's the showcase, the culmination of a 10-month season for these players. Citron sprays it forward. Brought down by Reyna. He's dispossessed. Citron looking back at his keeper, Rando, and he'll play it for him. Light pressure being applied up top by Hodigan. But it's NYCFC who will possess it in the back. Citron has seen a lot of the ball in the early going. Pushed it forward, looking for the run of Reyna. But it's going to come all the way through to Sanchez. Neatly stepped in by Pletkovic. And safety first from Sacramento Republic. It will be a throw-in for NYCFC. As Mosquera is coming up from his outside back position to take. It's good work by Petkovic sitting in front of that back four to win that ball and quickly play it out wide. As Petkovic on the ball once again. He'll turn 15 on Sunday, Petkovic. And chasing it to the far side, but unable to get to it is Butler. Petkovic directing traffic. Citron. Mosquero. Reyna tried to get it inside for Mosquero, but it's overtaken by Sacramento Republic. That's the first real foray forward for Sacramento Republic, but good goalkeeping from Alex Rando. It's a good cross. Not too many players making their way into the box, though. Rando still had to stretch for it. Reyna in a foot race with Sargis. Has a step on him. Gets to the byline. Reyna pulls it back. And good defending at the expense of a corner, but making sure to cut out the cross. And it will be the first corner kick of the game for NYCFC. Reyna, nice little move to create some space between him and Sargis. Couldn't beat that defender at the near post. Gio Reyna, of course, the son of U.S. national team legend Claudio Reyna, and is certainly carving out his own path. 7 goals in 17 games this season, and a member of the U.S. boys national team pool. Has all the physical tools, but you've also seen the technique early on from him. A bit of skill and guile to create that last cross. It's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the box. So this one will have to be defended like a very short corner. Citron coming up from the back. 6 players lined up across the top of the box for NYCFC. Service flighted in. Citron's there, and he opens the scoring for NYCFC. Towering header from the center back, but it was a delightful service right onto his head. And all Citron had to do was power it home. Perfectly weighted ball. Citron came in unmarked, but he made sure to put his header on target, and absolutely nothing Sanchez could do in the Sacramento Republic net. Carrasco. Mosquero with the tackle. Reyna. Lovely feint to open up that space for the pass, and it's Kim who switches it to the far side. Scally, buccaneering run from the outside back, but the cross too close to Sanchez, who takes. Garber gets it back, and Sacramento Republic will reset. Space for Saunders to run. Slips it through, and Sanchez comes out the top of his box. He's fumbled it, though. Still work to do here for Sacramento Republic, and they're able to clear their lines. Hadagan chasing, but Ben Alcazar is there first. Razizi. Kim. Saunders. Dispossessed. On the right idea there from Hadagan, but it was quickly closed down as he was looking to slide in Carrasco. And that'll be a free kick as Hadagan is brought down by Cintron. Nice sleight of foot from Hadagan. First touch to put it in the direction that he wanted to play. And the second one to get by Citron. It's the free kick sent too deep, and it's easy catching practice for Rando. There's that emphasis on building out of the back, as this time it's NYCFC coming forward. That was the right idea from Mosquera, just a bit too much mustard on it. Searching out the run of Alex Morel. Lexi Morel with 15 goals in 22 games so far. Kim. Touched inside from Razizi. It's a knifing run from Razizi and not a bad effort either. Shot wide in the end. But good improvisation, weaving through 3 or 4 players in order to create that space to get it off. Citron, the goal scorer. Ben Alcazar. Long ball over the top, but the offsides flag is up against Morel. Hadagan. Now played through, looking for Reyna. Pass a bit too heavy as it comes all the way through for the keeper. Nicholson. He wins the free kick, Nicholson. Playing as a center back, but listed as a forward. Had 2 goals versus the Crew on day 1. Nicholson, also a member of the U.S. Youth National Team pool. But coaches will do that. They'll play players out of position just to teach them new things. Carrasco, space to line up across. Citron got over and cover. First corner kick of the game for Sacramento Republic. They've had some success down the flanks, and now they have a chance to get players into the box. And now Nicholson is getting forward. One of 6 players on the prowl for the Republic. Just missing the chance for a flick header, and cleared to safety by NYCFC. There's a good ball served in at pace, and Nicholson just missed making connection with it. I think any sort of touch, and it would have been 1-1. Mosquera ran out of real estate as he tried to get around Carrasco. Alfaro's throwing. Hatagan. Dispossessed. And it's Petkovic. Down the line for Morel. Good recovery from Nicholson. When you talk about coaches playing players out of position at this level, I had one coach tell me that he took his left wing and played him at center back just so he could learn individual defending. This one smashed across goal but cleared away. Ben Alcazar, it's an ambitious effort, but it takes a deflection. It'll be a corner kick. Well, it popped up nicely for him, and Ben Alcazar thought, why not have a go? The Republic looking to break. The move peters out on the far side. Rando. In the heat of Frisco, Texas, both teams are being smart, choosing their times of when to press, when to pick up the tempo. And NYCFC could be off to the races here. A heavy challenge, but all ball, says the referee. There's been some good last-ditch sliding tackles from this Republic side. And that was another one. Had to get it absolutely right, otherwise the referee would have pointed to the spot. One by Reyna. Scally to take the throw in the 17th minute. Petkovic. Citron has space to assess his options. Takes the grass in front of him. Saunders turns. Left it off for Morel, who lost the handle. Petkovic again. Good ball into the channel. Morel is onside. Gets it back to Saunders. And another block from the Republic. And another corner kick for NYCFC. Citron getting forward again. It was a great ball into the channel and a lovely turn by Morel. And then the cutback and the presence of mind to pick his head up and find Sanders making that late run into the box. So many players would have just kept their head down and smashed it across goal. But you see the awareness of these players, the ability to pick their head up and find runs. As this one over the head of Razizi, and will go all the way to the far side. Hits off the corner flag and took the right bounce from a Sacramento Republic perspective, as it's going to be a goal kick for the Republic. Nearing the water break that happens midway between these halves. 40-minute halves at the U-13-14 level. The directive is that if the temperature is over, believe, 89 degrees, we'll get back to that in a second. Razizi working his magic at the top of the box. Cleared away. Well, if the temperature is hovering in the 90s, then the water break is supposed to take place at the first natural stoppage after the 20th minute. Although we've seen instances like this where a player down for NYCFC, and so the referee just calls the water break early. And that's exactly what the referee is going to do. So the water break will come a bit early, but I don't think either side will mind. as this is textbook one-on-one defending here. And then a nice move, but great job to come over and help out. And just quick feet as well as we take a look at the injury. Oh, and sticking out his leg. And whenever that leg is exposed, there's always trouble. So it looks like it's Nicholson who's struggling. Trainer Dave Redmond out working on him at the water break. So we're in the 20th minute of play, and it's Sacramento Republic trailing NYCFC 1-0 on an early goal from Citron. What I was talking about in that good defending there is looking at that one-on-one instance on that last replay. The defender never looked at the player's hips making all the feints. He only had eyes for the ball. And so, in the end, Razizi too quick as he made that little move to get the shot off. But still, the defender did well to keep it in front of him and not go for any of the body feints. So we take another look there. That leg extended, and then Kim clashing into that leg, and that's where the problem occurred. So we'll see if an early substitution has to be made. Hopefully not. Hope that Nicholson is okay and able to continue. Both teams are back out, and the good news is that Nicholson gets up and is walking off underneath his own power. And he doesn't look to be limping too much either. You're allowed 7 substitutions at the U-13-14 level. Nicholson back at the center line, getting set to come back in. And the Republic is back to full strength. Offside flag is up. So it was a good run from Kim, but just left a second too early. See, referee's assistant perfectly placed and got it right. Pekovic sweeping up in the middle. Morel lets it go out of bounds. Takes it quickly, even though Mosquera was coming over to take. Played in by Reyna. And Alfaro Jr. with the challenge means it'll be another corner kick for the New York club. Gio Reyna coming over to take. Plays it short to Kim. Walking along the edge of the box. Waits for that space for a shot. And pulls it just wide of the near post. Good short corner played by NYCFC. And everybody's expecting him to try and curl it toward the far post. And Kim, with a nice little bit of deception, waited for the space to open up and then tried to pick out the near. It's the emphasis on building out of the back continues. A lot of coaches told me, even if it's not working, they want their teams to continue to try and figure out the solutions to build out of the back. They don't want to sacrifice their principles for the sake of results. So at this level, it's all about teaching the kids to play the right way. The biggest emphasis is on players that are technically proficient and the decision making. And the speed of play here at this showcase has been very, very good. As was that move by Morel. Works his way in, hammers it, and gets it to go under the keeper and in for the second goal of the game for NYCFC. Shot just too hot to handle. And 25 minutes in, it's 2-0. As Morel had space and just unleashed a corker. Sanchez was over in cover, but too much pace and power on that shot. And it sneaks in underneath him. Turned by Alfaro. Alfaro going for that helicopter there, but you love the confidence in these players to try those moves. Razizi. Well shepherded on the far side. Sanchez. Alfaro Jr. Sargis. Carrasco has room to run. Eating up grass in front of him. Now closed down. And it's Petkovic getting back and helping his back line. Morel. Razizi. Haragan chasing. Won that ball first. Kim goes to ground under the challenge of Sargis. And the Republic will hit the reset button. Hatagan chasing on his own up top. It'll be his pressure that dictates whether or not the Republic midfield and defensive lines will come up and press with him, or whether or not they'll drop back into their shape. NYCFC moving the ball forward. One thing that they have done so well in this game is players checking into pockets of space to receive the ball and then either turning with their first touch, so they're not playing with their back facing away from goal, or they already know when the ball comes to them where they're going to play it out of the space they just checked into with a one-touch pass. So very impressive ball movement from the East Coast side. As it's East meets West here. And it's the East with a 2-0 lead in NYCFC over Sacramento Republic. Well, he was always setting himself up for that shot, Saunders. But in the end, rolled tamely at Sanchez. Alfaro. Sargis. Reyna wins it back. Slips it in for Kim. Unable to get around Nicholson. Another strong sliding tackle from Nicholson. But another corner kick for NYCFC. As Kim had the step, but Nicholson used his frame well and timed his tackle to perfection. Corner kick taken away on the half-hour mark. NYCFC doing a good job not to allow Sacramento Republic out of their defensive end. Touched on for Petkovic. Good reverse ball back in. Lovely interplay at the top of the box. Morel for a second. Stunning strike. Two shots blasted past Sanchez at his near post for Morel. And it's 3-0 NYCFC on the half-hour mark. Sleight of foot to set himself up. And then drop the hammer, Alexi Morel. We'll stick this one into the bank of thunderous finishes that we've seen here on Field 4 in this showcase. Now the Republic starting to play a little bit more. Looking for space down the flanks. Oh, they're trailing 3-0 Sacramento Republic, but this is a side that had 13 games in the regular season in which they scored 4 or more goals, including 11 in one game and 8 in another. So this team could explode for goals at any moment. But so far, it's been the Alexi Morel show here at field number 4 at the Toyota Soccer Center in Frisco, Texas. 2 of NYCFC's 3 goals. The other one scored by Citron early on. Header off of a free kick for the center back. And now more space for Morel. Looking to go one-on-one. Another excellent move. Almost the hat trick. Morel showing that he has plenty of tricks in his arsenal. Beg your pardon, that was Reyna. Well, it was Reyna on that last chance. Him and Morel have done an excellent job to interchange positions. And this is Saunders working his way in. Still Saunders had Razizi at the top of the box, elected to go at it alone, and couldn't split the defenders. Every match of the showcase, 100% scouted. Technical and academy advisors, as well as national team scouts at every game, and they're lining the field for this one. Since its inception in 2007, the academy has produced 72 different players from 72 different academy teams have made their way to the youth and senior national team. As it's Reyna pokes in the 4th goal for NYCFC. Good hold-up play in the box. The little layoff. Reyna making the late driving run and the smart toe poke. Eighth goal of the season for Gio Reyna. You could see that high soccer IQ there as he saw that the player was about to go in the challenge, and the deceptive little toe poke to quickly smash it beyond Sanchez. Mosquera getting forward, and Mosquera getting in on the act. 5-0 NYCFC. Really the first time he's jumped into the attack. But what an attack it was. Mosquera driving forward. Inch perfect to the far post. And this is the goal scorer, Mosquera. 2 goals by defenders today, and these two playing catch right now between Mosquera and Citron. Morel has a brace. Hotkin trying to get something going for the Sacramento Republic, and he wins a free kick. And quickly taken, and Carrasco's onside. Had a chance to bring that down and get closer to goal. Instead elected to hit it off the volley. But Rando was well positioned. Final 3+ minutes of the first half. And a reminder to stay with us at halftime as we feature our United Against campaign, the U.S. Soccer Development Academy's initiative to combat discrimination in all forms. Sargis, Hodigan, working in the channel, has Carrasco in support. And he wins the throw-in. Hodigan is also featured for Sacramento Republic's 15-16s. We talk about the fact that since the Academy's inception, 72 different academies have been represented in the U.S. national youth and senior team level and pools. Hodigan is one of those players. And this is Hodigan, looking to get one back for Sacramento Republic. Pulls it wide of the near post when he had players to seek out in the middle. Good endeavor from Hodigan, though. Single-handedly creating the best chance of the game so far for Sacramento Republic. Just needs his midfield to get a little bit closer to him and offer a bit more support. Kim, Mosquera. Mosquera. Citron. Petkovic. Petkovic motoring forward. In full flight, Petkovic! Good save by Sanchez, who got down well. Pekovic took that almost from the halfway line, struck it true. Good positioning from the keeper, and in the end, an easy save for Sanchez. Wasn't as easy as he made it look, though, but it was because of his positioning that all he had to do was get down. A lot of other goalkeepers would have had to make highlight reel saves. Reyna. Five 0 NYCFC as we head towards stoppage time. We'll see how much time is added on by Alex Hamill to the end of this first half. And we're going to have 2 minutes of stoppage time. Carrasco. Most of the Republic's buildups have been down this near side. Hartigan. Unable to turn Ben Alcazar. And it's opened up the space here. And almost the sixth goal of the game. A good save from Sanchez as he got a hand to that shot from Razizi. So Razizian skipped by one, and the space was there. Got it onto his left foot, but Sanchez at full stretch pushed it around his post. Corner kick comes in, headed over. Good opportunity, though. Morel just couldn't keep it down, searching for his hat trick right on the cusp of halftime. Sargis. Good defending from Ben Alcazar. Five 0 NYCFC leads Sacramento Republic at halftime. Goals coming from Citron, a brace for Morel, a strike for Reyna, and then one more for good measure from the outside back Mosquera. Jose Manuel Lara has to be happy with the first 40 minutes from his side as he comes out and shakes the players' hands as they walk off. And plenty of smiles all around as at halftime it's Sacramento Republic 0, New York City FC 5. We'll be back with you for the second half right after this.
When you choose to play in the Development Academy,
you're striving to become world-class.
World-class talent can be any race, gender, religion, or sexual orientation.
Hatred has no place
in the sport we love.
We commit to preserve the integrity of the game.
To respect all coaches, parents, opponents, referees, and fans.
To speak out against all acts of discrimination.
Dentro y fuera de la cancha.
In the Development Academy, we are united against
prejudice,
prejuicio,
unidos contra
hatred,
united against
odio,
united against discrimination,
united against racism,
el racismo,
united against
discriminación,
menos prejudicismos. In the Development Academy, we are united against.
At Midobo, we are united against.
At Empire United, we are united against.
In the Development Academy, we are united against.
Colorado Rush, we are united against.
At the Houston Dynamo, we are united against.
At the Breakers Academy, we are united against.
At Richmond United, we are united against.
At Strikers FC, we are united against.
In the Development Academy, we are united against.
All set for the second half. Wholesale changes being made by both sides. So we'll sort it out for you. Nicholson still on the field. And it's one back. Nicholson again. Brooks, one of the subs on for the Republic. Butler. Brooks continuing his run. Butler takes the inside route. Tried to get it on through for Sarner. Scally. And much higher pressure from the Republic to start this second half. But NYCFC get the reprieve of the referee's whistle. New goalkeeper as well for Sacramento Republic as Eduardo Landon is in for his 17th game of the year. At the other end, Neil DeJesus has replaced Alex Rando. So Rando with a clean sheet in his 40 minutes. Get the feeling, though, the way Sacramento Republic has come out pressuring, there's going to be some work to do for Neil DeJesus. DeJesus with his first involvement. Holbert with the throw-in. And then cleared away by Suhetsky. Morel still out there on a hat trick. Kamara chasing. Forces them into an interception by Scally. And Scally trying to go forward right away on the counterattack, but it's repelled by the Republic. Butler. Had it poked away by Cintrone. Butler wanted the free kick, won't get it. DeJesus. Patience from Ben Alcazar. Sprays it over to the far side. Petkovic turning in the middle. Suhetsky. And Kamara left the starting gates too soon. Public trying to play quickly. And it was Neighbors who stepped in front of Sarner. Oh, and a miscue. And it could open something up here. The shot. DeJesus pushes it wide. Excellent skill and another great save from DeJesus. Shot coming in from Gavin Brooks. First shot came in, and Garvin Brooks got to it fastest, and then turned and fired, and it looked destined for that far post, but DeJesus at full stretch. Said I thought he'd be busy. Header at the near post. Stabbed out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick. The Republic claiming that it should have been another corner. This time it was Martinez who almost got on the end of it. So the subs certainly making an impact for the Republic. Scully uses his safety valve in the keeper. Space to bring it forward. And Sarner gets back to win it. Good job by Citron coming over from his center back position to not allow that cross. Will be a throw-in for the Republic, though. Martinez trying to spin away. Kamara wouldn't let him. Scally being hounded by Holbert. Butler. Well, Sacramento Republic tried to play it, but the throw-in, but the referee's assistant and the center referee were pointing the way of NYCFC. That's why there was so much space on that occasion. Petkovic. Suhetsky wins the throw-in off of Garvin Brooks. Martinez. Suhetsky. Petkovic. Citron gets it over to the far side. And Hodigan getting a talking to from the referee. Man in the middle is Alex Hamill from Kansas. So these referees refed during the academy season. And they're being invited to the showcase as reward for being among the best referees in the academy this year. Just like for these players, there are plenty of assessors here watching the referees. Sarner comes flying in. And he looks to be under some duress. So the referee's going to hold up this throw-in while he checks on Sarner. He's been very busy since coming on. Sarner going for that ball at full stretch. And good to see that he's up and all right, not requiring any chances. Or, not requiring the trainer to come out. And then there he was, sliding again right away. Been impressed, though, in the early going with Sarner. His feverish work and his desire to get around the ball. De Jesus asking for options. Trying to pick out the head of Scally. Kamara poked it right to Sarner. To go the other way for the Republic. Good skill from the diminutive midfielder. Still going Sarner. And it's Petkovic who gets the tackle in. Played inside. Martinez tried to prod it down for Brooks. The referee's whistle has blown. De Jesus plays it short. Sarner in again, and this time he wins the free kick. Good reading of the game. Anticipated that ball was going to come inside and made a good 20-yard run to get inside of his defender and win that ball. So there you see Sarner creeping in and stepping in front of his opposition. And De Jesus beaten from distance. That's a sensational free kick. What a goal from Nicholas Hodigan. No doubt Messi inspired. Hodigan has pulled one back for the Republic on 51 minutes. Is this one up and over? Not sure if De Jesus was unsighted, but it was perfect placement from Hodigan. The wall was set up more dead on, so it wasn't like Jesus was cheating from one side to the other. Still, though, it started more toward the far post and came back toward the near. Great free kick from Hodigan, though, and the Republic are on the board. And now Brooks dragged down. Petkovic too far for the runner on the far side. And Neighbors will come over to take this throw-in. City is preparing another substitution with Elijah Henry getting set to check in. But it's been the Republic who's done all the running here in this second half. And a chance for another free kick. And this one closer to goal. Ken Lightning strike twice for Hodigan. De Jesus has been put on notice. Plenty more men in the wall this time around for De Jesus. De Jesus stationed in the center of his goal. Hodigan to the far post and in. Two free kick goals in less than 3 minutes for Hodigan. And just like that, it's 5-2. The Republic are mounting a comeback. I think this time De Jesus and everybody was expecting that ball to go into that same upper near corner. And instead, Hodigan plays it low and across. And off the inside of the post. And when you score two free kicks like that, you can celebrate any way you want. As Henry comes in and there's a player down for NYCFC. Now he gets up, looks to be all right. Goals in the 51st and 54th minute, both coming from set pieces direct off the boot of Hodigan. Martinez goes in with a hard challenge. Brooks muscled off the ball by Petkovic. Leaves it off for Molly. Nicholson prods it forward and clattered in too late. And it's a direct red card for Petkovic, who's off. Petkovic, up to that moment, had an excellent game as Nicholson clattered into by Petkovic, who came flying in late. And the good news is that he's up and walking. So we see Nicholson going for that ball, had already cleared it, and then Petkovic came flying into his extended leg. The referee getting that one right. A straight red card, and NYCFC are down to 10 men. Now the substitutes have certainly made an impact for the Republic. But it's a starter who scored both goals in Hodigan. And in the space of 15 minutes, the Republic have pulled back 2 goals and now have a man advantage. Pressuring a lot higher, not playing tentatively. And looking to work the ball in deeper. Also getting forward with more white jerseys. So in the first half, there was only 2 to 3 players getting forward. Now even on this free kick, the entire Republic outfield is in the offensive half. And they win it back through Holbert. Also, a change in formation as Hodigan has dropped into the midfield, and he has 2 players playing further ahead of him. Martinez slides it through. And Penagos chasing. Penagos gets it back, works his way in, drags it by, and slots it past the keeper. The Republic have pulled it back to within 2. Penagos with his 15th goal in 29 games and his second of these showcases. And the comeback continues here for the Republic. Just look at this for a piece of skill from Penagos. The little drag back, and then did so well to sort his feet out and poke it beyond the onrushing De Jesus. One again by Brooks. Holbert clips it into Penagos. Little flick on for Hodigan. Thought about the long distance effort. Instead is going to work his way in. Gets to the end line. And off of him last, so it's going to be a goal kick for NYCFC. Three unanswered goals for Sacramento. Republic have brought them back into this game as we head toward the water break at the midway point of the second half. And this game now by no means over as a contest. Looked a completely different picture at halftime, but you have to love the never say die attitude of this Sacramento Republic side. As we have the water break on the hour mark. Sacramento Republic down 5-0 at halftime have pulled it back to 5-3. And also the red card to Petkovic means that NYCFC is down to 10 men. Stay with us here as we have an exciting final 20 minutes coming up at the conclusion of the water break. Both teams back on in the 62nd minute. So it's a goal fest here in Frisco, and we're hoping it continues between Sacramento Republic and NYCFC. City raced out to a 5-0 lead at halftime, but Sacramento Republic has pulled 3 goals back in the first 20 minutes of this second half, and NYCFC also saw Petkovic sent off for a late challenge as he received a straight red card. Now a handball, and it'll be a free kick on the far side for the Republic. Told you this was a Sacramento Republic side capable of scoring goals. And goals in bunches at that. Nicholson, national team player. The Republic moving the ball so much quicker in this second half. Garvin Brooks. And that's good defending from Elijah Henry. Can see that NYCFC, with the man down, have gone to just one striker. Started out playing a 4-3-3. Now playing a 4-4-1. Holbert with 2 good wins there. Galetta's throwing. Kamara. Nice no-look pass. And a good ball in. Comes all the way to the far side. And that's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the box. It's Molly who's standing over it. As it was good control from Morel, who's on a hat trick. And that one inches away from being a penalty, but instead the ball at the top of the 18 rather than 12 yards from Landon's goal. So it looks like Molly is going to have a go here. Molly! The wall had firm foundations. Molly puts it back into the mix. And cleared away right before Henry could unload. The assistant referee has his flag up. The referee hasn't spotted it. And instead, Panegos is chasing at the other end. Ben Alcazar did well to get it away from him. Well, the Republic will be frustrated that the call wasn't made down at the other end. Or NYCFC, rather. But they have a free kick over on the far side. So we're in the 65th minute. Molly. Henry. Holbert squares up to him. Henry plays it in low, but behind the run of Molly. De Jesus well off his line to quell the danger. Holbert getting forward. Skips by one. Rides the challenge. Almost got past another. Just a bit too heavy of a touch in the end as it rolls over the end line for a goal kick. NYCFC playing down a man after the straight red card given to Petkovic. Galetta to take the throw-in. Malloy. Holbert takes it quickly. An assured touch from Holbert. All the way back to Landine. Over to Holbert. Garvin Brooks. He's trying to find the feet of Panagos. Over the head of Holbert. And now Kamara can run. Nicholson over, and a crunching but a fair tackle. That's the third sliding challenge that Nicholson has got spot on this afternoon. It was a good challenge from Neighbors on the far side. Panagos. How did he get through there? Panagos working his way in, and good shielding to let that ball roll to De Jesus. Ben Alcazar putting himself in between Panagos and the ball and shepherding it to his keeper. Nicholas. Galenta pumps it back the other way. Nicholson. Good tight control from Kamara to not allow Nicholson to take it off his feet. Long ball looking for Henry. Hooked away. Ooh, and a heavy challenge. Just Galetta went up for it. And a yellow card to Galetta. Nicholson still down. And they're going to call the trainers on because it's an injury near the head area. Referee doing the right thing because he's worried that it might have been a head-to-head challenge. Well, you could see it there. Well, that's going to hurt everywhere. This Galetta goes into referee Alex Hamill's book. And the heaviest challenges that have been made today, Nicholson's been on the edge of all of them. Trainer Dave Redmond took a look at him, told the fourth official that he's good to go, and Nicholson gets the permission to come back on the field from the referee. Heading into the final 10 minutes of regulation in what has been a tale of two halves. Hodigan tried to play that ball through for Panagos. He's been the hero of this second half. NYCFC exploding for 5 goals in the first half. But then in the second, Hodigan with 2 free kick strikes. Then Petkovic sent off for a late challenge. And that was followed by a goal from Panagos to make it a game. Can the Republic come back and level the affair against 10-men NYCFC? Malloy. Sarner working down the wing. Another good challenge from Neighbors. Certainly not a good neighbor to Sarner. Molly flicks it on the top of the box. Falls for Martinez. He was winding up. Realized he didn't have the space. And coming back from an offside position was Panagos. Neighbors. Penagos chasing. Ben Alcazar gets it away. Coming up at 5 p.m. Central, the reigning U-15-16 champions FC Dallas face off against DC United on match day 1 of the Academy playoffs. All the action can be found on USSoccerDA.com and US Soccer's YouTube page. As this the first of 3 games today, and it's been a good one so far. Are we in for a grandstand finale? We've had some good late finishes here. Houston Dynamo coming from 2 goals down to equalize in stoppage time on match day 1 of the U-13-14 showcase. Had 2 late goals as well yesterday. Sockers FC pulled away from Ballistic United. Punked back in by Brooks. Only as far as Clark. One to settle, another to hit. It was charged down. Holbert jumping into the attack. And both times he's made good marauding runs forward, but has been unable to keep that ball from skipping out of his feet and over the end line. So we're inside the final 6 minutes of regulation. A game that has certainly turned on its head. But NYCFC's 5-goal cushion that they built up at halftime still holding on here, even though the Republic have pulled 3 back and continue to knock on the door. NYCFC also playing down a man after Petkovic was sent off midway through this half, showing a straight red card after a late challenge on Nicholson. But after that 3rd goal, NYCFC has really settled down. Although questions being asked of them here. Penagos trying to hold his run and was unable to. So Penagos trying to hold it, and Sarner picked his head up and slid it through and break that Hodigan. Picked his head up and slid him through, but just on the wrong side of that last defender's shoulder. Hodigan certainly seeing more of the ball since he's dropped into the midfield here in the second half. And that's exactly what you want from your national team player, to be on the ball. Sarner has made an influence as well since coming on at halftime. Has really picked up the pace of the attack with his industry for the Sacramento Republic. This is Sarner on the far side. Hodigan dragged down. Can he finish a hat trick of free kicks? It will certainly be him over the ball. He's just pushing it by Molly. Molly had defenders in front of him, facing up to Hodigan, so I don't know whether he needed to make that challenge or not. But it's Hodigan to complete his free kick hat trick and pull the Republic to within 1. Hodigan took a deflection this time around. Praise from Sarner as Hodigan comes over to take this corner kick. One more goal would set up a real nervy finale for NYCFC. Republic knocking on the door once again. As the referee with words for Panagos, who's trying to run interference on the keeper. Hodigan's in swinger, it's dangerous. But over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. We have a break after the conclusion for this one, but we have 2 games for you this evening, starting at 5 Central, as we'll turn our attention to the U-15-16 playoffs with FC Dallas taking on DC United. And at 7:30, it's the U-17-18 playoffs with the Houston Dynamo squaring off against the Seattle Sounders. And all matches can be seen at www.ussoccerda.com and the US Soccer YouTube page. Kamara playing as that lone forward in the 10-men system for NYCFC, unable to keep the ball in. They've done really well to settle down after conceding that 3rd goal, NYCFC. And Kamara, can he ice the game for the New York side? Morel. And Kamara came back from an offside position to get on the end of that pass. As we're into the final minute of regulation. Getting word that there's going to be 3 minutes minimum of stoppage time. Sarner. Martinez. Brooks with space to run. We're now being told that 4 minutes is being added on. Brooks to have a look at goal. Neighbors played it over to Kamara, who's unable to keep it in. So the Republic to press forward as we're into stoppage time. No matter what the outcome, they can be very proud of themselves. The way they didn't let their heads get down and fought back. As Brooks drags it inside. Textbook one-on-one defending by Galetta as he shields it out for a goal kick. Skips beyond Clark. Molly. Henry. Martinez squares up to him. Into the channel for Molly. And Molly taking it to the corner where he's going to look to hold it. One back by Holbert. And the NYCFC bench applauds the efforts of Molly. Hodigan. Sprays it to the near side. Brooks. Trying to cut inside of Galetta. Galetta got an important touch. And it allowed Henry to make the clearance, but he clears it out for a corner kick. So almost 2 of the 4 minutes have elapsed here. As Sarner comes over to take. Be an in-swinger from this near side. Almost the entire Republic team is in the box. False start from Sarner. Now Sarner whips it in. It's a good ball. And it's headed away at the back post. A free kick for a foul in the corner. And Morel becomes the latest player to go into Alex Hamill's book. Into the final of the minimum 4 minutes of stoppage time, but you have a feeling that we're going to go beyond that following the yellow card. And this one will be played like a corner kick. The delivery comes in near post. Ben Alcazar got his head to it. Velvet touch to bring that down. Cleared only as far as Garvin Brooks. And Lloyd, the keeper's out. And that's the last action of the match. NYCFC raced out to a 5-0 lead in the first half, but Hodigan hit 2 early free kicks to pull it back to 5-2. Then Petkovic sent off for a straight red for a late challenge on Nicholson, and Panagos scored a 3rd goal for the Republic, but in the end unable to complete the comeback as NYCFC settled back into their defense and were able to see out the game. An excellent one here between Sacramento Republic and NYCFC ends in favor of the New York side, 5-3. That will do it for us. I'm Mark Serber saying so long for now, but a reminder to join us at 5 o'clock as we turn our attention to the Academy playoffs starting at the 15-16 level with champions FC Dallas facing off against DC United. And then at 7:30 Central Time, the U-17-18s take center stage with the Houston Dynamo squaring off against the Seattle Sounders. Once again, it finishes here in the U-13-14 showcase. Sacramento Republic 3, NYCFC 5.